Hello and welcome to She Walks, She Paints. Thank you for joining me again on another episode, and if you have been liking, commenting or subscribing, thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it and it's really helping me grow my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sarah and we'll be going on a walk today somewhere in the beautiful country of Scotland, and we'll be looking for things to photograph and take home to the studio to paint. Today is a little bit different to my normal videos in that I'm not going to tell you any of the locations that I'm visiting because we're going mushroom hunting. If you don't know, mushroom spots are a very closely guarded secret in the community, so if you know where to find edible mushrooms, things like seps and chanterelles are our favourites, you don't tell anyone where they are because they are really nice and they're really sought after. So we're going to be going on a mushroom hunt in the Highlands to a few of our favourite spots and seeing what we can find along the way. It's getting a little bit cooler now, we're into the end of summer. I've got my fleece back on for the first time in what feels like ages, so that's quite nice. The heat wave is broken, we got some rain, and that's really good conditions for mushrooms as well. So it's all looking good. Let's head out to our first spot and we'll see what we can find. You got a comfy little bed there. So cozy. Are you excited to go on adventures? Are we going on adventures in the Highlands? Yes. My favourite signs. So we're here at our favourite cafe on the A9, which is the main road up north into the Highlands. So we've got a coffee and we've got some, actually it's not cake, we've got Rocky Road and we've got a salted caramel cookie to keep us going on the road. This isn't near any of our mushroom spots, it's just our favourite place to stop off for a cup of coffee when we're going up north. It's really exciting to go up into the Highlands, so this is our little taster of what's to come. Thank you for everyone who has been donating via my Ko-fi page. This one's on you guys. Thank you so much. You're keeping us in coffee and cake for the journey. If you do want to donate to my Ko-fi page, the cost of a coffee is a little support for me and the independent businesses here in Scotland. The link is in the video description below. But now we will get back to our journey and continue up north into the Highlands. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands and we're going to be looking for specifically sep mushrooms today. Those are an edible mushroom, but we'll also be looking out for different types as well. They are really, really beautiful organisms when you look closely, and there's so many different types. So I'm going to be hopefully taking lots of pictures. We haven't got Jack with us today because this place is tick central, so it's really, really bad for ticks, and Jack picks them up like an absolute magnet. So Jack's getting looked after today. We're just on our own, but he will be back later in the video, don't worry. I want to make it clear that this isn't a guide to foraging mushrooms. There are many types I find and photograph that I cannot identify, but may be poisonous. Please do not eat any wild mushroom that you are not 100% sure about the identification of. sep mushroom, also known as porcini or penny bun due to its smooth rounded cap, is native to many countries across the Northern Hemisphere. Seps generally prefer dark, shady areas where pine or spruce trees grow closely together, so we need to explore further into the woods to look for them. So the waterproof has come off and the cap has come on because the sun came out. It's been raining a lot recently and it's quite damp, but it's also warm and sunny still as well. So those are really good mushroom conditions. We're looking for a spot that my partner Willie calls Seppy Hollow instead of Sleepy Hollow. So fingers crossed we'll find some seps there and maybe some other kinds of mushrooms as well. Let's keep going. It seems it's still a little too early after the recent heatwave for the seps to flourish. They need a specific combination of warm ground, recent rain, and a drop in temperature, making the end of August and start of September the time to look for them. The Fly Agaric is probably the most recognisable wild mushroom. The red cap and the white spots are so fairy tale-like, it's hard to believe they are real. Although it can be eaten if prepared correctly, the Fly Agaric can give you some unpleasant and nauseating side effects, so I need to take photographs of this mushroom. Well, there you have it. Not every mushroom hunt is successful, so we didn't find any seps that we were looking for today, but I did find loads of other things to photograph. So I got loads of mushrooms, and those dragonflies were incredible. So yeah, we've had a really good day, had a really nice walk. Didn't find what we were looking for, unfortunately, but we will keep trying, and I will see you in another mushroom spot. I loved discovering this old boathouse. It was so peaceful there by the loch. Although it would have been very creepy if I'd been there at night or by myself. This is my favourite little spot here. There's always lots hiding in the long grass. While seps are perhaps more prized by foragers and chefs, my favourite mushroom will always be the chanterelle, or girole. They have a more delicate flavour and hold their shape and colour after cooking. I love the golden yellow colour and the amazing shapes which peep out from underneath the green foliage. This spot was a little bit more successful. We found some chanterelles, which is awesome. Maybe a basketful, which is really nice. And chanterelles are my favourite mushroom to eat, so really happy with that. So we're gonna head back to the car now, and we're gonna carry on our journey up north, and I will maybe show you where we're staying tonight, which is a place called Ullapool. So I will see you there. Hello again, and we are back now in the third of our top secret mushroom locations. I've got my basket, I've got my cap just in case I'm going to get attacked by trees, which I think I am. That's usually the case in most mushroom spots. This is one of our favourite spots for chanterelles, so we're hoping there's going to be quite a few here. It's a bit more in the west, which has had slightly more rain recently, so hopefully it's better conditions. But yeah, there's quite a few on the ground that I can see, different types. So we'll get looking and see what we can find in this spot. Are you being a crazy dog? Is it because you've been in the car all morning? Come on then, let's go. We find that chanterelles prefer sunny, wooded areas with beech or birch trees. They will usually flourish after periods of warm weather and rain, which is pretty much the entire Scottish summer. Oh my gosh, what a mushroom spot. This is insane. I don't think I've ever seen it like this. This is what I've got so far. It's probably about twice as much as both me and my partner Willie managed to collect at yesterday's spot. Definitely the best spot we have in Scotland, hence why we are keeping it a very closely guarded secret. I'm not sure where the boys have gone. My partner Willie and Jack, I think they've gone right ahead to the other end of this spot that we look at, and he'll be working his way back and I'm just going along, so hopefully we won't miss any. We aren't taking them all. For every like 2 or 3 that I take, there's at least 1 or 2 that we leave behind, small ones, or ones that aren't really nice for eating, and I think we're probably the only people that know about this spot, hopefully, so it's probably not going to get over foraged, which is nice. But yeah, great day so far, and hopefully we'll have some full baskets before too long. We pick mushrooms instead of cutting them, as it's easier to trim them afterwards. This doesn't harm the organism, as the mushrooms are just the fruiting body of the mycelium, which is spread out underneath the ground. Mushrooms do not grow back from a cut stem, in the same way that an apple or tomato would not grow back if you cut them off the plant instead of picking them. The basket smells amazing. Chanterelles have a beautiful, delicate scent of apricots. Here's what I've got so far, and I've just found this little spot which is absolutely covered. There's some over there, over there, here, all the way over there. It's so beautiful. Did you find the mushrooms? Well done. Well, there you go, that's us done with the mushroom hunt. We hit 3 spots and 2 were not that good and 1 was amazing. That's pretty good odds for wild mushrooms. You're not guaranteed to find them everywhere, but if it is a dry summer, head to the northwest of Scotland where it's nice and cool and damp and rainy, and that's maybe where you'll find the mushrooms. It just goes to show how affected they are by climate, just like everything else. There was a satellite image recently of the whole of the UK this summer, and it's usually nice and green. I think the only green places were the northwest of Scotland and some bits of Wales. They're the only places that were still getting rain. We did hit a mother lode today, so we've got loads of mushrooms. We are going to sell some, which helps cover the petrol cost for trips like this, but we're also going to take some home and have them for our supper because I love chanterelles and they're my favourites. So yep, we're really happy. I hope you really enjoyed that. It was a little bit more of a mindful mushroom encounter rather than looking at the scenery because, again, top secret locations, not going to tell you that. I think because we're down on the ground and looking quite closely for the mushrooms, I've seen so many other things as well. So I've found dragonflies and beetles and newts. So many things to photograph. I probably will be doing a mushroom painting after this, but you never know. So catch me in the studio and you'll find out what I choose to paint. See you there. It would have been a shame not to paint one of the beautiful mushrooms that I found on this trip, but I also loved the photos that I got of the dragonflies. Obviously in real life, the dragonfly didn't land on the Fly Agaric mushroom, at least not that I saw, but the beauty of my paintings is that I can make my own compositions. The only trouble with combining 2 different images is that I have to make sure they match. I have to get the shadows right so it looks like the light is hitting both objects in the same way. Although the red dragonfly was beautiful and more vibrant, I chose to paint the green one, as that will contrast nicely with the bright red of the mushroom. details on the dragonfly are a lot more defined at this point, so I need to intensify the shading on the mushroom to equal this. Otherwise they won't look like a single image. I was wondering how I could possibly capture the delicate lines of the dragonfly's wings, as none of my brushes are that fine. I realised I could use a sharpened coloured pencil to draw them in instead. Let me know what you think of this technique in the comments. Many myths surround the Fly Agaric, probably because of how iconic and recognisable it is, as well as its hallucinogenic properties. While it's unlikely that the Viking berserker warriors took it to put themselves into a battle trance, there is evidence to suggest that tribes in Siberia used to take a watered-down concoction, which consisted of the urine of their shamans who had eaten the mushrooms. All my paintings are available as prints on my Etsy store. Purchasing a print means that you're helping to support my channel and genuinely helps me keep doing what I love and sharing that with you. You can also support me by liking, commenting or subscribing, following me on Instagram, or by donating the cost of a coffee over on Ko-fi. Links to all my pages are in the video description below.
No one landed on your hat.
I felt it. There's a dragonfly on my hat. Bless you, Jack. think I dropped it in my basket.
And Jack coughed.
I think I just walked through a spider web, which is not my favourite thing to do on a walk. Ow! Hit me in the face, Jack. Ow! And well, that was unexpected.